Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here in downtown Lansing in our studios. But of course, this is like Studio C or D. We can't decide which. Had a little trouble with one of the computers loading, but we're gonna make ends meet here, and we're gonna spend a little time right now with Geena Montgomery. She's the senior interior designer with DBI, housed in Lansing, Michigan, but doing business literally all over the state of Michigan. Geena, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Hi, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, it's kind of ironic because actually we are having one of your designers in. We are actually moving our studios from here to the Greater Lansing Regional International Airport. And it's your design section that's going to make sure we can consolidate and get everything. So a little bit of pressure on you, Geena. That's the point.
It's exciting pressure. It's all right.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about what goes on in your industry, where you get your ideas, et cetera, et cetera. And with that, in Chicago, probably the biggest thing you do from that standpoint is NeoCon. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we had 4 designers go to NeoCon this year in Chicago. We went for 3 days. It's basically a big trade show of furniture, fabrics, interior design, wall coverings, anything you can imagine for the office and for residential. So we spent a lot of time there walking around, looking at all the different furniture, looking at the trends and seeing kind of where the industry is headed these days.
Geena, is this up in the McCormick Center? Is that where they have this?
This is at the Merchandise Mart.
Ah, okay, very good. Well, plenty of space there. So let's go kind of go back a little bit and talk a little bit about your design center and what exactly it is that you do.
Problems they're having in their office, and then from there we can try and find a solution. And furniture is really a solution that people don't think of very often, but we can solve a lot of problems by just getting the right kind of furniture. We can do privacy, we can do openness, we can do floor to ceiling walls to create offices. We have a wide breadth of options to solve a lot of problems.
Well, I think people don't realize what a place furniture plays in your working place. And that gets right down to ergonomically designed chairs, so it can add to productivity.
Oh, for sure. And the furniture helps you be more productive. And people don't think of that a lot at home too. Right now with COVID, we're doing a lot of home offices, and people who get new furniture and ergonomic chairs tend to be more productive during the day because they can focus better.
So not only design, not only furniture, not only layout, give us a rundown of all the services that DBI provides.
So DBI, like I said, does furniture, interior design. We are also an office supply company. So if your office needs supplies, as in paper, pens, things like that, we have a whole supply catalog that you can talk to our customer service about, and we can provide supplies for you and deliver them right to your door.
Geena, tell me a little bit about coming through COVID, because I have to feel a lot of people were thinking about redesigning, but I don't know how many people were letting you in their building, so to speak,
Yeah.
How did that go?
So COVID was interesting. When everyone was working from home, we didn't get a whole lot of business, but then as the world started opening back up, a lot of people want to redesign their offices to be more hybrid work. That's where the world's going. People are working from home 2 to 3 days a week and in the office the other 2, so we don't need as many stations. And the layouts in offices can be more open. So now I think we're really rolling and redesigning entire offices that maybe wouldn't have needed it before, but now they want to restructure how their company is working.
You may be seeing what a lot of architects, engineers, builders are seeing, and that is projects which were put on hold are now coming through. Are you able to keep up, and are you able to get people?
I think we're keeping up pretty well. There was a lot of projects on hold and they all came back at the same time. So it was definitely a push for us for a little while. We have some new talent that is working out very well for us. So I think we're able to keep up with demand, and luckily we found some people that are doing great work here.
We've got about a minute left. Tell me about some innovations, I think, in either material or design that you saw at NeoCon.
So I think the most innovative thing is the workplace is leaning towards what they call hush booths. So it's basically a small little room that you can put anywhere in your space and close the door, and it's basically soundproof. So you can go in there, they make them for anywhere from one person to a small meeting. And you can go in there for a personal phone call, you can go in there for a quick meeting. I think those are going to be everywhere within the next few years.
So this is a kind of a partition type thing that you assemble within the present space, but it's totally encapsulated.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha. Sounds like where my mom used to put me when I got in trouble. Well, Geena, thanks so much for joining us. Geena Montgomery, she's a senior interior designer with DBI, housed here in Lansing, but as I said, virtually doing business all over the state of Michigan. Thank you, Geena, and we'll check back with you soon, because we know innovation is part of your industry.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be back with you.